Good evening, crypto miners. Good evening, everyone tuning in to this event with the Gala Games, making blockchain games you'll actually want to play. And with us, we have Jason Brink. Hello, Jason.
Hey
Nice to meet
there.
you.
Nice to meet you as well, Mary. How you doing today?
I'm great, actually. Feeling good. I think the
Wonderful.
market is turning around. How are you doing? How was your
Uh,
day?
my date's still morning time, so just getting moving here for the day. Got a lot coming for the rest of the day, and looking forward to kind of getting things kicked off. It's going to be a good week.
Great. So you must be in West Coast
Yeah,
America
yeah,
somewhere?
yep. That is correct.
All right.
That
Okay,
is
so I
correct.
hope you will have a great day. And let's start with this AMA or this event here with some questions from me anyway, maybe some from our audience as well. Let's see.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, so my name is Mary, and also a reminder that anything we talk about in here is for educational purpose only and should not be taken as any financial advice. And do your own research, guys, before you do anything, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's my only advice, actually, my financial advice. So, Jason, you are here to talk about Gala Games.
I am indeed.
And
I
who
am
are you
indeed.
to the project?
I am so it's a complex answer. My external title is president of blockchain. I'm one of the founders of the project. I've been here basically since the beginning. I didn't officially join the project until employee number 8 or so, but we have over 400 people now, and yeah, I've been here since the beginning. I've been in blockchain since pretty much the beginning too. Not completely, but I'm pretty much pretty OG in the space, I
You
guess.
were number 8 on Bitcoin as well?
No, I wish. I wish
Yeah,
that
what's
would be
that?
nice. No, I was one of the I made the terrible decision to be intellectually involved without actually getting involved and actually getting some real skin in the game. And so that kind of limited my upside, if you will, because while everyone else was buying Bitcoin, I was writing papers about it, um, and
Okay.
which is great from an intellectual perspective, but not so great from a personal financial perspective.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, those who bought back then, not many have their keys or their hard drives
That's true.
or
That's true. I
they
mean,
sold at
I
$2 because it was up so much, from the
exactly,
start.
exactly. This is crazy. I could make $1,500 if I sell all my Bitcoin right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no, like everybody in the space, I have my, lost hard drive story, but it's one of the interesting things about being on the bleeding edge of technology. It's not called the bleeding edge because it's not painful.
Yeah.
The cutting edge hurts, right? So that's what you get for
You
being
always
in
start
in
from where you are, right?
exactly, exactly.
You can't go back anyway. So, but then Gala Games came out, I think, 2020, and I assume there were lots of work before you launched
Yeah,
it also.
I think it officially started in 2019, but
Okay.
2020 is when I officially joined the project. It kind of didn't do a whole heck of a lot before that.
hmm So
Not that
what
there
can you
wasn't some
tell
cool
us?
stuff, but what can
What can you tell us about Gala Games? Like a brief
sure.
introduction to people in
Oh
here
my
who
God.
hasn't heard.
A brief intro. See,
Oh, make a longer one. Like,
I do these things all the time, right? I'll go into spaces and things like that, and it's one of those. It's really interesting because it's like a brief introduction to everything that we're doing to change entertainment and to change gaming. Like it's pretty much impossible to be brief, and it's really fascinating. I mean, you
we are
take
gonna dig into it. Why
Yeah,
don't you
yeah,
dig
yeah.
into it more?
So basically, long story short, Gala was founded with the idea and the promise of advancing player ownership in games, and to take the massive gaming ecosystems in the free-to-play space that you could see, and find a way to bring blockchain and real ownership to them, instead of simply paying for advertising, excuse me, on Google and Facebook and whatnot. That was the
I
basic
think you need coffee,
premise.
Jason.
I do need coffee. It's downstairs actually. After this space, I will go get my coffee. Um, so
Sorry.
so basically, that's what it started with, right?
Mm.
And from that point in time, we have grown to the point where we have over 40 games currently on the way to market, across all sorts of different areas, but most of them are at least double or triple A. We recently announced the acquisition of Ember Entertainment's mobile portfolio, which is rapidly being integrated into our system, and you're going to hear a lot more about that soon. We have just a tremendous amount going on, and it's extremely exciting. And I love my job. I love what I do here. So that's a little
Okay.
introduction to what we are. But we're also going into film and music, and
Yeah,
our
same here.
mandate is to be the leading force in Web3 entertainment across all verticals. And
So
so, yeah,
basically
that's what we do.
you're like a platform for others to build on, and it's not gonna, I mean, people don't even have to know it's blockchain, right? It's like a
Correct. That's the idea. I
for
mean, like
everyone.
ultimately, at the end of the day, blockchain is something that should be invisible. It should be part of the tech
Yeah, I
layer.
agree. I agree.
It shouldn't be like out in front waving a gigantic flag around, because it's distracting, it's terrible, nobody wants to deal with it, it's high friction. And those of you guys who are listening to this space, all of you guys as sort of, blockchain and crypto natives, you look at blockchain as a selling point, which is why you're here. You wouldn't be here if you didn't think that. But the thing that we all forget, especially when we're in sort of these echo chambers of blockchain Twitter spaces and crypto Twitter and all of that, is that blockchain isn't a good thing for most people. They don't look at it and go like, ooh, blockchain. It's just not a thing that most people care about. And we forget that because we care about it so much, right? And this is why it's really, really, really important for us to remember sort of the fact that most people don't think this is a good thing, and find ways to engage them and bring them into the space in a way that is non-threatening and that works for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said earlier today. It's amazing. Yeah, I agree 100% with you there. And Gala is gonna help doing this and help with the mass
Yes.
adoption
Oh, of
to
course.
people who doesn't even know that they are mass adopted into
Yep.
crypto,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And and you started off with games, and your idea is to bring big gamers or big gaming companies, I mean, onto to your platform because
I,
so
I,
far
I don't know that I would say that that's the idea.
one of them,
Like I
one of the
like
ideas.
yeah, it's part of it. We
Yeah.
have our own L1, and it's specifically designed to handle what gaming needs. I think that we're one of the only partners in the space who could actually do that. But for us, it's a little bit more about finding ways to bring gaming people and independent studios into the
Hmm.
space, not just big companies. I mean, we're looking for the Ember Entertainments and the Drifter Entertainments and places like that, not EA, for example.
Okay. Yeah, I mean those gaming studios who hasn't really gone into blockchain yet, they can
Yes,
get help from you to do that in a very easy way for them.
yes,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
also that's because you want to have the good games in there because we have seen so many, well, excuse my French, but shit game projects out there trying to like make money, and create a
Yes.
little game, but no one wants to play those game in the long term
No,
or in the
no,
long
no.
run.
The way that I look at it is like this: is that if you have to pay somebody to play your game, it's probably a crappy game.
Mm, yeah.
The only reason people play is because you get paid then that's not a game that most people will want to play.
Hmm. I think you're right there. Yes. So how did it go so far? Have you partnered up
Oh,
with
great.
many
Well,
good
like
gaming
I said,
studios?
we've partnered up with some of the best. I mean, we have amazing studios that are working with us,
Hmm.
around the world, all helping to advance the mission of bringing digital ownership to the gaming space.
But they are then built on whichever blockchain or based on whichever blockchain, or how does that
Or
work?
our
I mean,
blockchain, they're built on RL1. So
okay,
Geary
yeah, yeah.
is what it's called, and all of these games are building on RL1.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that's it is an entire ecosystem powered by the Gala token. Gala is the gas within that. You can think of it as another any other L1 like Ethereum or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
So will those projects or games be able to have their own token as well for like in-game rewards, or if they want that, or is it Gala who is gonna be their
It's
coin too?
so the way that we're doing this is we do reserve the right to help other games spin up their own token. But with the portfolio that we're bringing right now, Gala is going to be the main token for most of that. If it becomes clear that another token is needed, then that may be a thing that happens. But other than that, generally speaking, Gala is the main token used within the games. If somebody else were to build, sort of in the permissionless sense on the chain, then obviously they could do whatever they want, have their own token, but Gala would still be the gas fee for building on the chain.
Yeah, okay. That's good. So whichever game I want to play on the platform, I can probably use Gala then
Yes, correct.
to pay for it. And that's like convenient for most people then to have only one token to deal with.
Oh, there's other things that are coming to make it even more convenient. So it's gonna
Okay,
be it's
tell
gonna
me.
be fun to see how the next. I can't yet. Sorry,
Oh,
that's too
come
too
on.
heavy. That's too much alpha. I can't do that much alpha before 10 a.m. on a Monday. There's there's
You
there's
can't say
rules.
A and then not B. Come on, Jason.
No. Basically, look at it this way, guys. I mean, we when you have a project. Okay, in any time you're dealing with the blockchain space, right? You're dealing with a relatively small group of people. Okay, now I know it feels like a big group of people. I know it feels like when you're on crypto Twitter that everybody is blockchain. But again, most people in the world aren't. We are working on dedicated pipelines to streamline Web 2 users into Web 3 in a way that feels natural to them, feels smooth, feels easy, allows them to pay with fiat, using their credit cards if they want to purchase things in game, and all of that leverages and uses the Gala token and RL1.
Great. All right. So I also read on your web page now and on the
Mm-hmm.
gaming um, department
Yep.
or the gaming side that you have sold an NFT for the most expensive NFT you sold is $3 million,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
That's a lot. And you have 90 plus team members. That's
Oh
also a
my
lot.
God, that's so old. That's so old. We're over 400 now.
Oh,
That
oh my
website
God.
needs to be updated. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
up over 400 team members right now.
So how many monthly active users do you have? Not 1.3 million. More.
Um, More than that. I don't know the exact number. Right now, we've got 3 games live plus platform stuff. That monthly active user count also counts people who are coming to the platform for other things.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know what that number is right now, but yes,
No,
it would
it's
be it
not
would be
really
higher than that.
super important, but it's higher than. Okay.
Yeah.
So you started out with a gaming platform, right? right? And then you
Yeah,
thought that's not enough. Let's go into music and movies as well, or film.
yeah, that is
Can you
correct.
tell us how that works?
Well,
Music.
the
Let's
way
start
that
with music.
sure, the way that well, let's not start with just music. Let's take them all together, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
when we look at music and we look at entertainment, okay, if you look at entertainment holistically, you look at games, you look at film, you look at music, all of these things are in very inextricably intertwined. If you have a game, that game has music in it. And if you have a movie and you have a, game tie into that cinematic universe, all of these things begin to come together in a way that's highly synergistic and, really works well together. The only reason that they are apart sort of in the Web 2 world is because of sort of the old fashioned and irritating ways in which the contracts existed for those respective industries. If you talk to, people like Snoop and things, he'll talk to you about how, the music industry hasn't changed in over 100 years. And it really hasn't. And this is
It's
one of the
time.
things that we're working. Yeah, it's time. It's time. And that's what
Mm.
we're working on changing right now.
All right, cool. So how does it work then? If I'm a musician and
Hmm.
I compose something or sing something or yeah, I do something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Can
you do
I
something.
bring it? I can launch it on this platform instead of a
Correct.
big record company or something. That's
Correct.
out maybe soon.
Yeah.
If I can do that.
The music and film side of things. And I'm looking through the listener list. We got Critical Complex David there. He's familiar with this answer. That's more of a Bucks question. Sarah Buxton is the one that you should talk to about film and music, but I can talk about games and ecosystem stuff.
Mm.
Um,
Do you want to bring up someone
so
else in here? We can do that.
oh no,
Mm.
she's busy doing other stuff right now.
Okay,
She's
okay.
like almost never has time to hop on spaces anymore. But and especially right now because we are absolutely neck deep in getting some pretty big publications out over the next week. So
Okay.
should be
That
good.
that sounds interesting. I want to know more, but yeah, I'll wait then, I guess.
You will know more. Don't worry.
And it's the same with movies then. But you said movies, gaming movies and music, they are together. So I guess that's
Yeah,
those
very much.
kind of movies that you bring out on your platform, or are they like blockbusters as well? Like,
I don't want to talk too much about that, but it runs the gamut. It runs the gamut. We are doing projects with we got a project going with Dwayne Johnson. We got a project going with Mark Wahlberg. Not the same project, mind you. To be very clear, people got
oh yeah, right. I
really
wrote.
spicy about that stupid tweet.
I read that.
But yes, we are doing projects with both of them, and we got a bunch of other things. Got some stuff with David Bianchi. We got Razor. We've got all sorts of really cool things. Ghosts of Ruin. I'm very excited about our 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 filmic portfolio that's going to be coming to light here.
So would you say, like most other projects also we have here, that the bear market has done you good because you had time to develop
It's all about
and
building,
build?
right? It's just
Yeah.
build. It's bear market or bull market. Like markets do what markets do. The important thing is that you keep building through whatever that state is.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. All right. So you also, a couple of weeks ago, you announced that you
Mhm.
had completed a deal to buy Ember Entertainment, a
Yeah,
video
we
game
brought
studio.
Ember Entertainment's mobile portfolio on board. I think it's 15 plus titles that are currently being switched over to our L1.
Mm.
They're currently titles that are already in the Play Store and the App Store. So, in fact, you'll see if you go play some of them now, you'll see a new little loader screen and things like that that say that it's now a Gala property. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited
Nice.
about it.
Hmm. And are we going to see more of that? Are you going to buy up
Yes.
more studios, or because there is one
I
way
mean I
they
don't.
come to you and build, and be like partnered with you, or you buy
Hmm.
them? What's
Well, I
the
mean,
base? What you
it
want to
could
do?
be either.
Okay.
I mean, it could absolutely be either, and that's critically the thing. I mean, in some cases, you do need to go out and acquire things because that's the way that you kind of put a little bit of fire behind it. Put your boot in its backside so it gets moving.
Mm.
Whereas if they come to you, they'll be a little bit slower and a little bit more reticent because it's new territory for them, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I look forward to see where this goes, because this is the big new thing, probably most people think in
Mm,
gaming industry, that we merge with the blockchain or with crypto and gaming
yes,
to
crypto and
save your
gaming are
NFTs and everything like that.
yes, for sure,
Because then you also
for sure.
you own your game better than if you just have to
Hmm.
pay and then play and then you get nothing back from it. You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, and then if you wanna send it to a friend, you can send it to a friend, no problem. You wanna do whatever you want with it, it's yours.
Mhm.
That's important to us.
But you also build your own games, right?
Of course, we
Hmm.
have four internal studios that are working on different titles right now. Um, Super excited about that. We've got Mirandus, we've got Townstar, we've got The Walking Dead Empires, which is in partnership with AMC for
Mm.
AMC's The Walking Dead. You've
That
got
must be huge.
oh, of course, it's massive. It's a super fun game. I think that we're having another playtest coming up here before too terribly long. I don't know the exact date, but I think that that's going to be something that people are going to really enjoy.
Great.
And
And
I'm
and your
seeing I'm oh sorry.
yeah.
I was just going
No,
to give
no, go ahead.
a few shout outs here. We've got I see we have Bucks as a listener. Bucks is listening. Board Elon, hey man. Nick, good times. David, of course. Critical Complex. It's wonderful to see all of you guys. GK family. GK family is like an OG Gala community member. So huge shout out there. And I'm also seeing a few different Vox uh different Vox PFPs here, which always makes me happy. J McMoon, I got your DM. I haven't responded to it yet. I will try to get to that later today.
Let's bring
Um,
some of them up here. Guys, if
we
you
could,
want to come up and say something, a few words about Gala, raise your
yeah, go
hand
for it.
or ask. I'm not
And
gonna call you out, but he just
I,
did.
I am I am taking questions too. So yeah, happy to dig into whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, we have some hands up here. Let's see if we get some more. Anyway, what I wanted to know is uh, with the music side of it,
Hmm.
do you uh, how can I ask it? If I'm an artist and want to do I make my songs as NFTs, or is
There,
it part of
the
an
music
NFT that you
the
buy,
music
or
side of thing has a whole like onboarding process that they would go through. But eventually, if you look at our platform right now, you can see a lot of
mm,
different songs as NFTs with
yeah,
some
that's what I thought.
amazingly talented new artists that are coming to the space. One of my favorites, I've talked about her before, Monia Ashibi. Like her voice is incredible. I've seen her stuff, and you could just if you go to music.gala.com, you can look and see some of what we've got going on there, and we have
Mm,
things from that run the whole gamut from working with superstars like Snoop to working with new and
Snoop
emerging
Dogg, so yeah.
artists. Um,
But
I
if I'm not a very famous artist, let's say I
mhm.
make my YouTube movies and I have some followers maybe or something, can I also use this platform? Can I upload my own music as to
not
sell
not
it then, or?
not not completely on your own right now. Right now, the platform's still curated, but you could
Mm,
absolutely work with the team to do something like that. I mean, a lot of those a lot of those new artists and things like that have relatively small followings, but I mean that's how you start, right? You got to start
yeah.
somewhere, and so what we what we do, and something that I think we do very well, is we make it extremely clear that the people that we're working with are really cool quality musicians, and we give them that obviously the music is their own thing. We don't make the music, but we put together that NFT and that packaging in the space that says,
It
boom,
has to be
here is this
good
person,
quality.
high quality, it
Yeah, high
looks good. It's
quality.
not just some crap being dumped on, OpenSea somewhere. It's
Yeah,
a
okay.
curated special drop from a, remarkable musician. Otherwise they wouldn't be working with us.
Yeah, so they have to go through like a vetting
Yes.
um,
Yeah, right now it's not just
thing.
like, here, let me copy some songs from some other artist and upload them myself and sell them
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
NFTs. Ha 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 ha. It is curated right now.
That's really good, I think, because that's also good for those who really do great music. Then they can
Yeah.
get a new forum where they can get new listeners, of course.
Yep. Exactly.
And the same goes for the movies then, or is that different?
The film side, I don't want to go too much into that. The film side is a little bit different, because obviously the complexities involved in a film project are absolutely massive compared to an emerging artist. So that's a little bit of a different proposition, but it's no less cool or powerful.
So is it full movies, like 1.5 hour long, or is it like
It's
shorter
it's it
episodes?
it runs, the gamut from, short pieces, animated series, things like that, to full on,
All sorts.
films.
Most animated or only animated?
No, no, both live
Both.
action and animated.
Okay, cool. All right. I don't see anyone from your team raising their hands. Oh yeah, maybe one
That's
here.
okay.
I don't know. Let's have some up here and see if we can have some. I see Jess is in here. I'm gonna call you out, Jess, if you want to come up and say something.
Let's see.
I'm inviting a few people.
Okay. Crypto and Coffee, Jess, is that, I'm assuming that's who you've invited?
Yep. Maybe she can't talk though. She didn't raise her hand.
We'll see.
We have
Oh,
Sarah.
got a heart there.
Sarah, hello, Sarah.
Hey, I just have a question. Um,
All right.
First I want to say I love Gala Games. I've been playing Townstar. I can't wait for the Switch to where I can close the computer and have it still running in the background. Really?
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah,
Have you seen the new graphics?
I have. They look good. I like the improvement. I'm excited. And I was
Me too. I'm super stoked about it.
all of my crypto friends have made fun of me because I was addicted to Farmville like a year ago. And they were like, Sarah, you should play this game. You know, there's a blockchain town star thing. It's just like Farmville. And I'm like, I don't know, like da 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 da. And then I actually met someone online and he showed me how to do it all. And I was like, wow, this is really
Nice.
yeah. So I've been doing that, but I've also have been following your other projects. And when you guys acquired Emmett Entertainment, I downloaded Dragon Strike and Meow Match, which have completely consumed my life lately. I'm addicted. They're really fun games, but I was wondering when should we anticipate Dragon Strike and Meow Match being incorporated into Gala Games, like where we can get NFTs and stuff like
that? By the end of Q1.
Okay.
So within the next 2 months, roughly, is when a lot of that migration should take place. And again, we just announced this, and they just started doing work on it. So that timeline might slip, but I honestly don't think so, because we pretty much know what we're supposed to be doing now with those. So I would look for NFTs and what integration for both of those titles within the next several months.
All right. Well, I am super looking forward to it. I'm a huge fan of you guys. I'm super bullish. Love all of what you guys are doing. So I appreciate it. And I love that you are very active in all of these AMAs. So I am excited everyone.
I definitely try to be active. So yeah, thanks for coming in and talking. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day.
You
Thank you,
too.
Sarah.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Let's
Hi,
have
hi,
Benny.
hi,
Hi,
how you doing? How's everybody doing today?
hi,
Pretty
Benny.
good, man. How about you?
I'm doing great because I own a Gala founders node and two music player nodes, and I'm always
Nice.
talking about it. And a lot of people like underestimate what the power of the ecosystem is. Um,
Yeah.
I'm always in a forum telling people that burn is bad, leave it alone. Brink knows what he's doing, and I appreciate that you're actually making these changes. And if you
Yeah.
ever need somebody to explain it at a basic level, because I see a lot of people still confused about it, which blows my mind.
Oh man,
And I want
it's so weird, isn't it? It's so freaking weird. It's driving me crazy.
yeah, like I used to work for this company and I used to be a trainer. And the first words out of my mouth was, common sense is not so common. And I look
It's
at the
really not.
baffled
Yeah.
faces and I'm like, all right, so I need to move people around because you're not going to understand it, so on and so forth.
It's
But I
it's
mentioned that
wild.
because I want you to understand that like you are explaining it perfectly. I get it, and I'm not a really big tech guy, but the way that you explain it, if you're really paying attention, you're doing an awesome job with that.
Thank you, man. I
Um,
appreciate that.
no problem. I have two questions, and it's kind of based around the nodes. Obviously, I kind of threw that
Sure.
out there. One of the questions is, when are we going to get any updates in regards to accumulating like what the rewards for decibels kind of look like, kind of like the format? And
That's yeah,
go ahead.
that's a music thing. I don't want to I am not as deeply connected with that side of the ecosystem as I am with the founders nodes and sort of the tech side of things. So I really can't speak to that because the last update that I have, something may have changed and I don't want to give you bad information.
Got you. That works for me. I appreciate that. And the other question I have is, I know you mentioned several times about the founders nodes possibly going into, and I put this in quotations, Geary, kind of for
Hmm.
validating transactions.
Yep, yep.
Are you releasing anything anytime soon about what the kind of rewards would kind of look like in that type of aspect?
So the founders node, there's a couple things here, okay, that are relevant. The first is that your rewards that you would receive for operating a founders node, that would not fundamentally change from the normal emission schedule. Now, we do have a governance vote coming up here shortly about changing the halving schedule from being a date-based halving schedule to being a supply-based halving schedule. Now, the reason that this is important is, as you can see, as you've been able to see, there have been burns that have been taking place in the ecosystem. Okay. If you are familiar with, the way that Ethereum proof of stake works, they have this principle that I've heard a lot of people talking about, which is like ultrasound money, right? Where essentially the emission changes depending on the requirements of the ecosystem. And this is something that the supply-based halving can accomplish. So, for example, right now, on a daily basis, it's somewhere around about 10% of the tokens that are emitted on a daily basis are burned. Now, so there's still, the token supply is still increasing as the halving schedule would require. However, as time goes on, if the amount of burn increases, you will have a decreasing token supply, right? Now, if the token supply decreases back beyond the point of a halving, then the emission going out via the nodes needs to increase, because basically what would happen is it would say, look, the ecosystem is being used so heavily that the token supply is now decreasing rapidly and more needs to be emitted in order to counter that. So the founders nodes, as they run, will continue to receive the normal distribution. The question is, how long will a distribution in a specific halving tranche continue? And will it be possible to go backwards through a halving? So essentially, rather than having a halving, having a doubling of emission through the nodes, honestly, it'd probably like waver in that borderline area for some time, based on burn. So there's a lot of information that's going to be released here relatively soon, regarding exactly how that would work, and then a governance vote on that. There'll actually be 2 governance votes coming up within the next couple months. One is going to be regarding the halving schedule, and then the other is going to be regarding nodes as NFTs. So I'm excited about both of those.
Word. I like it. And one last question. This just actually came into my mind because I didn't think about it until right now. But
Sure.
Is there any way that we can incorporate Zynga Poker into Gala?
Not Zynga Poker. Zynga Poker is its own thing. It's with Zynga. I mean, not to say that if Zynga Poker wanted to work with us, that we wouldn't work with them. I'm sure we would. It's just that you would probably see something else before you would see Zynga Poker.
Okay. Got you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thank you, Benny, for jumping on here. We have David, Critical Compass.
David! How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. It's a beautiful Monday.
Oh yeah, it sure is, man. It's really kind of chilly out here in Louisiana, but it's a pretty good day. It's beautiful out there. But hey, man,
take advantage of that while you can.
Oh,
Chile
yeah,
and Louisiana don't often go together well.
Do you have winter
you're
there,
right.
David?
Bro, excuse me?
Do you have winter there? No, you don't, right? Louisiana is
Yeah, but
pretty
it's
south.
pretty short. It's pretty short. Yeah. But hey, huge shout out to Gala Games, man. Gala is, I think, as far as creating solutions, I think you guys are overperforming. This is great, I'm learning a lot in this AMA too, about the L1 blockchain and stuff. I'm actually going to do a video in a few minutes for that and talk about it a little bit. But hey, just wanted to give a shout out to Benny, the guy who spoke before me too, because he mentioned how people just still don't understand what's being built, understand the ecosystem, the node model and things. Just a little confusion out there between things. And I just wanted to say that, hey man, that's why we're here. That's what I do. I like to, I love it, so huge shout out to you, man. And I just also want to give one more shout out. I don't really have any questions, but one more shout out to Gala Music too, because Gala Music is providing opportunity for artists and giving them a place where they can, you want to use the word free, but more like evolve and actually, having an opportunity, like you said before, the music industry hasn't changed in 100 years. And this is where the pivot happens. I think you guys are doing it the right way. So huge shout out to you guys and congratulations on everything you have done so far.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You ain't seen nothing yet. There's still a lot more coming.
Great, thank you, David. It's nice to have people up here who knows what Gala is, who has used it, and yeah.
It is. It's what I mean. We have, honestly, guys. And there's how many? There's a few hundred people in this stream. I would like to invite all of you to come join our Discord at galagames.chat. We have hands down the best Discord and best community I have ever seen in this space, and it's absolutely wonderful. I invite you to come hang out. The only thing that we don't do in our Discord is we don't do the whole price thing. Like, oh my God, when Moon price went up 5%, yay, price went down 5%. Everything's melting down. Sell everything. We don't do any of that. But we definitely invite you guys to come and hang out and chat and talk and learn about what we've got going on. You guys will enjoy it. It's a very welcoming, fun group.
Nice. Yeah, we'll head over there. after this session then. We have Stefan up here too. Stefan Martinez, did you have a question?
Hey, how are you guys?
Hi.
Hey, Steven, how you doing, man?
Good. I just want to say thank you guys so much for what you're doing over at Gala. I have been part of the ecosystem for since I'd say when nodes were about like founder nodes were like $1,000 at the time.
There you go.
Yeah, and I've got like 4 or 5 people that I am like the in between Gala and communicating what's going on. They have participated, bought nodes. I think together we have about 20 nodes between
Oh,
music,
nice.
film, and game, which is amazing. And my question that I have relates to with what happened in the EU where they told Apple they can no longer be the monopoly for like a marketplace for apps. Is there a world where Gala is going to create an app for their marketplace, so you don't really have to, like currently right now I go through the desktop or I go on my phone and log in through the website. Is there an app that's going to come out with the layer 1 that allows us to go on the marketplace from the app, whether it's music, film, or gaming?
Sure. So what I would say is this is, and I'm going to put a gigantic caveat on this, that we do not control what app stores do, and we do not control what they permit. We do not control their approval process. We do not control any of those things. All of that said, I do not see why we would not eventually have something like this. It makes sense. People, use their mobile devices as their primary computing device. It's always surprising. I used to travel, and in fact, I still do. And Irrelevant, our CSO makes fun of me all the time because I have a, laptop bag with a gigantic freaking PC laptop in it and a power brick the size of a baby that I have to lug around. But when I actually travel, I carry that and then just use my phone, right? So everybody now uses their phone for everything that they're doing that doesn't require like an actual desk environment. So I don't see why we wouldn't eventually get to the point where there is a app that is an interface and wallet and marketplace and whatnot within the App Store. The biggest issue and the biggest concern with the app stores is they don't want their percentage to be cut out. Okay, so if anything is purchased through an app, they want to make sure that they get their pound of flesh, if you will. So it will be up to us to come up with a way to make that work. My guess is that the app wouldn't actually sell anything, but it would allow you to interact and interface with the blockchain. I don't see why that would be a thing we wouldn't do.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jason. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure, man.
Thank you, Stephen. I can pronounce your name correctly also. Sorry about that before.
It's Stefan, no worries. Stephen, it all makes sense.
Okay, very nice.
Stefan, wonderful.
Stephen. Okay, so I want to know how you do to use this. I mean, there might be people in here. We have lots of people who use it already, but how can a new person, where do I start if I want to go on and start gaming or using the Gala platform?
Well, the easiest thing to do is go to gala.com. If you go to gala.com, you can see all of the different things that we're working on across the top there. You can get to the games, film, and music platforms. That's the easiest way to get involved. Go check it out, create an account, dig into it, have fun with it, and then join our Discord. That's the other thing that's super, super, super important because, our community is the absolute soul of everything that we do. And you guys have heard from a few people that have, come up and honestly, I think I knew one of them. And the other ones I'm super happy to meet. Maybe I know them in Discord, but you can see our community is critical to everything that we do. So join us. We're working on changing the world. Let's do it all together. It's going to be way easier if we're all working together on this.
Yeah, that's true. So you get lots of good help then if you're a newbie in your Discord. That's where I should go if I want to have help.
Yes, definitely.
Correct.
Definitely.
And
We
there
have
was
we have great community, there that will lean in and help and talk to people, and great support staff and all of that. So it's really good space.
so there was a question in the here in the space also. Someone
Mhm.
asked if there are any mobile games that you can play on your
Yes.
mobile.
Yes, the entire Ember portfolio that we just announced the acquisition of last like a week and a half ago, those
Mm-hmm.
are all mobile. So you can go download
Okay, that's
those.
cool.
And what you're right now, while the game isn't blockchain integrated, eventually you will have there will be blockchain integration, and your achievements that you have managed to unlock and whatnot while you play the non-blockchain version will carry over in some way, shape, or form to the blockchain version. So, dig
Okay.
in, play Meow Match, Dragon Strike. There's a few other ones, but those are the two ones that we're focusing on first.
Right.
It's good. It's
And
good times.
there was also a question. I mean, how can I start? Do I have to buy Gala to participate from the start, or
No,
can I
no,
play
no, no, no,
anyway?
no.
And now you kind of answered
So
that already.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can download those games and you can play them. They are currently Web 2 games,
Mm.
free to play, but jump in and dig into it. We see gaming as, well, at least I see gaming almost as a fundamental human right. Right? It's one of the things that makes us human. It's no different than eating or any of the other things that we do. Play is a critical component of what makes us human. And, you know, with that in mind, we for play tests and things like that, like for example, for The Walking Dead or for Legacy, which is a project we're doing with Peter Molyneux, um, during the tests, the play is gated by NFTs. Okay, you own an NFT, but during the play test, you can only participate if you have an NFT. But that's again the play test. That's not the full open launch. I think that in the long run, what we want to see is we want to see very low barriers of entry for new players coming in and joining and playing. Um, I
Yeah,
think that's yeah.
to
The,
get
the the lower we can make those barriers, the better.
non-crypto in there, and then you can persuade them when
Exactly.
they're once they're in, they can be
Well, yeah, I
taught,
mean
right?
that's the thing is that like right now, blockchain games, and I will say, absolutely that, our platform has this issue as well. Blockchain games have incredibly high friction onboarding, like
Mm.
incredibly high friction. And the ones that don't have incredibly high friction are just like, generally speaking, terrible non-games. And so for us, what we see is we see that this onboarding and finding ways to bring the Web 2 audience into the space is absolutely, absolutely critical. And so that's a major point of focus for us.
Okay, yeah, cool. All right, I invited one more up here, and that's John from the Midnight Show. Hi, John.
Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm at the gym.
Hey man,
Trying
it's
to
good.
get
It's
fit.
good.
You're playing music for us.
Well, I don't know. They are playing some music, but I don't know what they're playing. I was just listening to you guys and daydreaming, hoping Gala will hit $100. No, not just the gaming concept, really. What are you guys? Because gaming is very difficult and it's super slow on blockchain. And what is Gala doing to actually improve the speed? Because transactions are not that great with blockchain when it comes to mainstream
Ah,
gaming.
ah, ah. Okay, I see what you're saying. So essentially, the fundamental question, as I understood it, for those who may have had a hard time hearing over the gym, sounds like a rocking place. Go bust out a few sets while I answer the question. So the the fundamental question is, what are we doing to make gaming actually work on the blockchain, right? And this is a great question because in most instances, it really doesn't. Gaming is terrible on the blockchain. Especially like, I mean, if you're using Ethereum or something like that, like holy crap. Like you have to make a transaction, you have to pay high gas fees. It's horrid. And so the way that we've solved this is we have built and deployed our own L1 that is specifically designed to handle gaming. Now, here's a problem. Okay, if you were to take any L1 or L2, okay, out there, and you were to throw the transaction volume from something like Farmville at it, it would catch on fire and die. And this is why having our own L1 is so important, because what we've done is we've managed to make it so that, when you're playing a game, okay, it is smooth, it is instant. Once you have, given it the appropriate permissions, it is just lightning fast. And it makes it so that you don't actually have any appreciable delay in your game experience. You're not sitting there, watching the little beach ball of doom spin, waiting for something to go through. And we've done that by building our own L1. It's currently in use for spider tanks. When we did the original testing on it, we tested it on a test match 3 game, and called Town Crush. And Town Crush was actually, it's a match 3 game, so you're dragging, little icons around to line them up and things like that. We had specifically designed the game to put as much strain on the chain as possible. So literally every single move was initiating a transaction. And you can imagine playing a match 3 game, exactly how many moves you can create. And so it was specifically designed for that. No latency, no lag. Nobody had any problems with it. I think that as this continues to roll out, it's going to continue to get better and better. But yeah, that's sort of what we've done and how we've addressed the problem.
So where do you see yourself in 3 years' time in terms of development and product movement?
It is, oh man, in 3 years' time. 3 years' time, I was talking to somebody the other day, and it was, I forget what it was, the context of this question was, but it's like, how you have dog years, like how many years is a crypto year? So 3 years' time in like three years crypto years, I think is just a few months. But in 3 years, I think that you're going to see a platform that has dozens of games on it, live and functional film and music platforms as well. And I think that you're going to see Gala and the entire Gala ecosystem becoming an increasingly dominant force in entertainment in some way, shape, and form, standing in little bit of opposition sort of to the old Web 2 old guard in entertainment, while providing ways to allow users to own their content, to allow creators to create and distribute their content, and generally speaking, to make life better for everybody in the space. That's what we do.
Amazing. I would love to talk to you more after this, because I want to leave everyone ask questions, but I'd love to know a bit more. I'm the early holder of Gala, so I've got a million questions. But yeah, thank you so much, Jason.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you, John. And Jason, time flies when you have fun, right? I don't know if you have
It
somewhere
does
to be
indeed.
soon.
I
or
do have another
coffee
meeting,
is
unfortunately. Unfortunately,
coffee
I've got another meeting I got to go hop into.
shouting for you. Yeah. Remember to have your coffee also.
I
But
will. Don't worry.
it was a pleasure talking with you, and also hearing all from your community and from others asking questions. Thank you so much, guys, for coming up here. It's not everyone who wants to be on stage when there are so many people listening.
Well,
But
if you guys have more questions, feel free to. I will try to go through the tweet where everyone put their questions. Go ahead and put your questions there. I'll just sit there for a little bit this afternoon and just knock them out as best I can. I think that would get everybody, answers to their questions, and I think will be helpful for everybody. I think that you can see that we don't really do this in the same sort of way that everyone else does. This isn't going to be one of those like bullshit AMAs where we don't actually say anything. I will answer your questions. So hit me up and we'll go from there.
Love that. Thank you so much, Jason, for coming and telling us about Gala. I'm really interested to know more also, so I'm gonna jump into your Discord and try and talk with you guys in there. So see you over there, guys, and have a lovely day. Or wait, Jason, if you have 1 or 2 minutes, you are absolutely gonna get those minutes from me to wrap it up or have a closing statement or something.
I just invite everyone to come and hang out, to look and see what we've got going on, and to join our community. Our community is, like I said, the best community that I have ever been part of in the blockchain space. And yeah, I invite you all to come and join up and pay attention, because there's going to be some interesting stuff released over the next couple weeks that I think will make people pretty happy.
Great. We're looking forward to see that. And you're welcome back anytime to talk more because today I feel you had so many secrets still.
Well, okay, so Bucks is listening here, or she was listening. She's dropped off now. Damn it. But
So
her and I
now
have
you
been
can
working
talk
on.
freely, you mean?
Now I can talk freely. She's not listening anymore. Her and I have been working on some stuff, and I know that when it is released, people are going to have many questions, and I look forward to answering them. So maybe we'll schedule this again for right after that
Yeah,
comes out, so that people can
cool.
dig in and get some of those answered for you guys.
Perfect. It's a date.
Awesome. Sounds fantastic.
See you later, Jason. It
Thank
was a
you guys so
pleasure.
much, and have a wonderful day.
Have a
Peace out.
wonderful evening, day, morning, or wherever you are, guys. Peace out. Yeah, exactly. See you tomorrow. There's another AMA coming tomorrow. Bye, guys.